Jai Hind everyone, my name is Muklit Goyal and I am Assistant Professor in Department of MCA. Today I am going my lecture on polymorphism and interface in Java, which is a very important concept from the subject Object Oriented Programming with the subject code BMC 202. Why I call it as a important? Because if we talk, first we talk about interface. The concept of OOPS is complete due to the use of interface. As in the Java, the multiple inheritance is not directly implemented. So the multiple inheritance only implemented through the use of interface. Okay, so that's why it is the important topic. So first I talk about polymorphism. Basically, what is polymorphism? Polymorphism is the ability for the same code to be used with different type of object, and those objects behave differently for each type. The most common use of polymorphism in OOPS occur when a parent class reference is used to refer to a child class object. For example, system.out.println can print any type of object and each one displays in its own way on the console. How do we start coding with the polymorphism? A variable of type can hold an object of its subclass and you can call any method from that class on its object creation. Like in an example, you can see I create an object of a mammal by the name M and it represents to the object loin. Okay. So what I am defining M in a loin and it is used to find out its weight and height. So it weighs at 220 kg and its height is 140 centimeter. Now I will take it an example of polymorphism. How in polymorphism we use the variables and we create the object and those same object have behaved differently. So first I create a class of named shape in which we draw a shape. One shape is circle and another shape is square. So we create a class circle which extends the shape, in which we have a draw method. In that draw method we used privately three variables x, y and radius. These three variables are used for creating a circle. RAD is for radius and xy is for coordinate. Then we give and when we want to draw a circle we give their values. Okay. Next, these same xy is used for the square also. We give the same name, int x, int y, and we using both these variables into the same program, but the shape which they create is different. In first instance they create a circle and the second instance they create a square. Okay. So we define their values and we create a shape of circle and we create a shape of square. Now what? We create a main class with the name shapes, and in these shapes we define their values in a circle and in a square. So in the circle we give three values, int x, int y and the radius. In the square we give four values because xy, x1, x2 and y1, y2, and after for defining their length we draw those shapes. So through this example what I want to explain is that the same variables which we use for the circle and the square behave differently within a same program. In one type they are create a circle and another instance they are creating a square. Okay. But okay. So now what is upcasting? Upcasting means a process of converting one data type into the another type is known as typecasting. So the typecasting can be of two types. One is upcasting and the downcasting. What is upcasting? Upcasting means कि we are typecasting the parent to a child or child to a parent. Okay, so these are the upcasting and the downcasting. And upcasting happens automatically, we don't need to do that. But when we do downcasting, we need to do it explicitly. Like you see in a figure, we have created an object, animal extend object, mammals extend animal, and animals are tiger which extend into the mammal. So this upcasting is automatically done, but downcasting we have to do. So by using these casting, now I will explain this casting. A variable can only call the type method, not a subtype. First, we manually we create a line. We want to get it speed, so we write some variable name. But this is error because we are not using the right format. Okay, so the compiler reasoning is variable li is able to could store any kind of mammal, but not all kind known how to sew. So li cannot know how to sew, so it will show an error. To use line method li, what we need to do is we need to typecast them. So we casted li into the sew, then it will not show an error. So with this example, I will show you the casting reference. So upcasting is a casting to a supertype, while downcasting to a subtype. So there are two type of types. One is supertype and the subtype. The supertype and subtypes can be defined same as we do for the superclass and subclass. Okay, so the upcasting is always allowed, but downcasting involve a type check and can throw a class cast exception. So what we do in downcasting, we define a mammal tiger, we cast that. Otherwise, what we'll do, we define a mammal into the new mammals, and the mammals are the class of very wide variety. There are many animals which come under mammals. So we define all the mammals into the mammal object, whether it is a tiger or whether it is a lion. So casting, in the casting example, we create a class mammals. Those are string types. We define their mammal. Then tiger extends into the mammal. So what is the output we got? First we got the output mammal, and another we got the output tiger. So in this way we cast the mammal into the type tiger. After upcasting and downcasting, there comes the early and the late binding. The process of associating the method definition and with the method invocation is known as binding. If the method definition is associated with invocation, it is known as early binding. If the method defining associated with when the method is invoked at runtime, then it is called late binding or dynamic binding. Let us understand it. So the Java uses late binding for all method except private, static and final. Because the late binding method is written into a base class even if their portions are not defined. So when we use a private, final and static method, it means they cannot be used further. So the late binding can be done for all methods except private, final and static. Now comes the interface. What is interface? Interface is the blueprint of the class which have static, constant and abstract methods. It is the way to describe what classes should do without specifying how they do. So interface is an abstract method. In interface, only abstract method and allowed, and method body is implemented in a subclass. Interface is used to achieve fully abstraction and multiple inheritance in Java. As I told that interface is an important concept when we talked about object oriented programming in Java, because multiple inheritance in Java is only achieved through interfaces. Because of only this limitation of Java, we don't say Java is a fully object oriented programming language. In interfaces, instance variable cannot be created just like abstract class. The interfaces are the collection of abstract method and constant as I have. And abstract method is a method header without the method body. Abstract method can be declared using the modifier abstract. An interface is established to use a set of methods that the class will implement. I will show the relationship between these two and also an example. Like class extends another class, what we have seen in inheritance. Class A extends class B. Class implements interface, as we see for if I talk about the example of multiple inheritance. Class implements inheritance. Interface. But interface extends themselves. Interface does not implement themselves. So class extends class, class implements interface, and interface extends interface. So this is the relation between the class and interface, means with the help of the interface, we implement the methods of a class. So interface declaration, interface consists of a keyword interface and its members. The Java compilers add public or abstract keyword before the interface method as per the requirement. Interface method static and final keywords before data members. Interface declaration is similar to the classes and is having three type of members like constant, method and nested classes and interfaces. Interface cannot be instantiated. Methods in the interface have public visibility by default, but if you want to change, you have to write those by either private or protected. But public you cannot need to write because it is implemented by default. Their visibility is by default. So the interface is implemented by stating the class header and implementation of each abstract method in the interface. Their members can be constant, like I write those examples. The name can be anything, and all the constant name must be initialized. The interface can define name constant, either public, static or final, and interface never contains instance files. Though methods, if we like to define methods in the interface, then they are implicitly abstracts. They are indirectly public. No other type of access modifiers are allowed, and method cannot be final or static, which I have stated earlier also. An interface can have different modifiers, might be public and abstract are implicitly done. Example for interface, like we create an interface printable if we want to print something. Class A implements printable. We want to print hello, we create an object in which we want to print. Then we create an interface in which int a is equal to 20. Another name main1 implements enter, which we create an interface with the value of a is equal to 20. And what we got when we print, we got the output. This is my interface, which we multiply 20 by 20, a into a, and the output is 400. So with this example, what we come to know, that we can print also. This is my interface which we use for the printing, and we also print the value by creating the interface. So for implement the interface in a class, there are two steps. One is declare that the class intends to implement the given interface and define all the methods of the interface. And if a class leaves any method of the interface undefined, then the class become abstract class and must be declared as an abstract. What is instantiation properties of interface? Like I show you, interfaces are not classes, so cannot be written in this way. Interfaces variable can be written simply with the data types and also defining by their value. But means they can also refer, but cannot be instantiated using the new operator. Interfaces support multiple inheritance and by using the extend keywords with super interfaces and sub interfaces. So about the constant, extend interface inherits all the constant from its super interfaces, and when the sub interfaces inherits more than one constant with the same name, the sub interfaces and the super interfaces contains the constant also with the same name, and always use sufficient information refer to the target constants. The two methods which is used are equal and compare. Equal method compares the state of the object, and compare method compares the string on the basis of their Unicode value. And with this I come to end with my lecture on polymorphism and the interfaces. Thank you.